Welcome to the podcast series of Crispy Info. The topic of this podcast is Legal Landscape of India in 2024 and Challenges Ahead. So, why it is in news? 2024 marked a significant shift in India's judiciary, with the Supreme Court taking decisive stances on politically sensitive issues, addressing long standing criticism of judicial evasion. Landmark rulings, major institutional reforms, and debates on contentious laws defined the year, setting the stage for critical developments in 2025. Key verdicts and interventions in 2024. Landmark judgments. First, electoral bonds scheme declared unconstitutional, addressing concerns of transparency in political funding. Second, Bilkis Bano case reversed the Gujarat government's remission for convicts in a high profile gang rape case. Third, bulldozer demolitions issued guidelines to curb illegal practices. Fourth, opposition leaders granted bail in politically charged cases, signaling judicial independence. And fifth, Mandir Masjid disputes barred fresh district court cases on ownership of religious sites. We will be seeing the long pending issues addressed in this year itself. Constitution benches took up key cases including Aligarh Muslim University's mandatory status and taxation of industrial alcohol. We will see the significance of these verdicts and interventions. So, these efforts continued reforms initiated during the former Chief Justice UU Lalit's tenure and advanced under Chief Justice T.Y. Chandrachud. Now we will be looking ahead the challenges for 2025. So transition the leadership took place. Three Chief Justices will preside in 2025. Chief Justice of India Sanjeev Khanna, who is presently the Chief Justice of India, he will be serving until May. Then Justice Bhushan Ramakrishna Gavai, he has a tenure of 194 days. And thereafter Justice Suryakant, he will be serving from November 2025 to February 2027. Short tenures of the Chief Justice of India's mean the composition of the collegium, which makes recommendations for the appointment of judges, sees frequent changes. Short tenures also pose challenges to continuity in addressing institutional reforms and pendency. Now we will be talking about the institutional reforms. So the digital advancements under the Justice Chandrachud have increased public scrutiny of the judiciary, requiring further adaptation. Now we will be talking about the major cases to watch in 2025. Religious and cultural issues are there. So Places of Worship Act. Constitutional challenges to the 1991 law freezing religious character as of 1947 are pending. Hijab ban. A three-judge bench will re-examine the legality of the Karnataka's ban on headscarves in schools and essential religious practices. So, a re evaluation of doctrines affecting cases like women's entry into religious sites, which was decided in the Sabrimala verdict in 2018. About citizenship and secularism, the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 challenges on grounds of exclusion of Muslims and violation of secularism will test the court's interpretation of equality and fraternity. Gender rights issue will also be discussed on marital rape. So, debate over criminalizing marital rape continues with concerns of disproportionate consequences. Enforcement Directorate's power, this was also in the limelight, and the judicial scrutiny of the Enforcement Directorate's arrest powers and procedural safeguards could redefine the scope of investigative agencies. Now, what are the contentious legislative reforms? So, one nation, one election. Among the key legislative reforms in the pipeline, the bills to hold simultaneous elections to Lok Sabha and state and union territory assemblies will likely be the most significant. New criminal laws we have recently seen. So, the replacement of the colonial era laws with Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 and related statute has introduced progressive changes but also contentious provisions such as rebranding sedition as Deshdroh, that is the treason, and extending detention periods. About Uniform Civil Code, Uttarakhand's Uniform Civil Code effective January 2025 mandates registration of live-in relationships and introduces penalties for non-compliance. Similar codes in BJP ruled states face scrutiny for encroaching on personal freedoms. Another contentious legislative reforms might be the subclassification of scheduled caste. States can now create subquota within scheduled caste reservations, potentially reshaping affirmative action policies. In conclusion, we can say that 2024 underscored the Supreme Court's evolving role in addressing critical legal and social issues. With high stakes cases and legislative reforms on the horizon, 2025 promises to be another pivotal year for India's judiciary. The challenge lies in balancing judicial intervention with respect for legislative intent, ensuring justice and constitutional values prevail. Thanks for watching this podcast. Have a great day.